Call my wife petty for not giving her original gift to her brother after she was uninvited from the wedding? Have fun never seeing her again. My wife Lena and I have been together for 15 years, we are both still madly in love with each other. We were each other's high school sweethearts, and everything worked out perfectly. Another great thing is that our families get along extremely well. Except for us and Lena's eldest brother George. Lena crochets a lot and often gifts it to friends and family. When her second oldest brother got married, she made the bride a shawl to wear over her dress in the evening. The bride loved it, and ever since Lena has made shawls for everyone in her family getting married. Now Lena's oldest brother, George, 26 male, is getting married again, for the 5th time. Lena and I don't have a relationship with George as he was abusive to her as a child. One time when Lena was 11 years old, and was getting babysitted by her older brother, she remembers after he put her to sleep, he came in her room and tried to rope her, but didn't get to finish because her parents came home. She has never told her family about this existing conflict because she never wanted to hurt her brother or disturb her family. Even after all of that though, if she has to see him then she is polite but distant with him. She doesn't want to cut off the rest of her family because of George. I work with George and while we aren't friends, we are friendly at work. Lena encouraged this. When George got moved to my team I was going to request a transfer, not wanting to expose Lena to George as my team do a lot of get-togethers with our significant others. Back to George's 5th wedding. As it is a family wedding, Lena's mom asked her if she could crochet a shawl for George's fiancée, and Lena agreed. It was arranged that once it was finished I would take it to work to give to George so that Lena didn't have to see him. Earlier this week, the shawl was completed and I emailed George at work to let him know that I would bring it in today as the wedding is tomorrow. When I got into work this morning, I gave George the shawl and let him know that Lena and I were looking forward to the wedding. Come lunchtime, Lena called me to let me know that George's fiancée had called her and told her that she was no longer invited to the wedding, citing the place they are having the wedding and the reception it is too small for the number they have coming, so are having to make cutbacks. However, I was still invited to the wedding. I was mad at this because they clearly only invited Lena to get a shawl, which to me is just rude. If they had asked Lena outright to make one, she probably would have done because she loves to crochet, and has such a kind heart. So I did something that I knew would cause some conflict, but I was ready to accept it, and I don't regret my actions from this point on. On my way out of work, I noticed George wasn't at his desk but the shawl was. I was still mad that they had used Lena to get a shawl and I just shoved it in my work bag. I left a note on his desk telling George since Lena was no longer invited, the shawl and I would no longer be attending either. On my way home, I told Lena what I had done and asked her if she wanted to go out instead, so not to waste having a sitter. Lena was upset that I had taken the shawl as it was causing an uproar in her family group chat where people were calling her petty because I took it back. Lena wants me to give it back. I don't think I should, they don't deserve Lena's kindness. However, at the same time, I don't want Lena to be upset with me over George and a shawl. But what happened next was even more crazy than what I had done.